Hello folks, let's proceed by inspecting elements using other locators. So in the previous video, we went ahead and inspected an element using ID. So let's go ahead and inspect the password text box now using name, okay? So let's go back to our code here and let's just kind of make a note here for ourselves. I forgot to add this comment in the last video. This is just for your reference. So I'll say locating using ID locator, okay, or method, because it is a method from the by class, right? So I'll go ahead and just close this and clear that line, and then go ahead and hit enter for a couple lines, and then I'll say locating, okay, locating using name locator or method. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in driver dot, again, find element. We're not at find elements yet, okay? We will get to that part later in the course, I promise you that. So find element, and then here I'll enter by dot, and I'll type in name. And actually, let's kind of step back a little bit. When I enter by and then hit dot, you can actually see all of the locators here, right, that we just discussed about: class name, ID, XPath, CSS selector, tag name, link text, name, partial link text, and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and play around with name, okay, and then here the string argument is going to be the attribute value of the name attribute. So let's go back to the website here and let's inspect this password text box. So again, let's click on this button here, and then let's go ahead and click on this text box, and then we have this information here. So first of all, let's see if it even has a name attribute. If it doesn't, we can't use it, but I do see it here, right? Name, and the attribute value is password. So I'll go ahead and just copy this password here, go back to VS Code, and I'll go ahead and paste it here. Let me go ahead and close this statement with the semicolon as well, okay? And I'm going to store it in a web element as I did up here. So I'll say web element, and let's call this password text box, and just initialize it with this statement here. Now, I do want to say that if you are experiencing some errors, sometimes most students make mistakes because they're rushing and they're typing too fast. So just go ahead and pause this video, right? Look at my code again, look at yours, compare it, slow down a bit, and you'll be able to resolve most issues just by doing that, okay? But if you're experiencing other issues, please reach out to us and we will help you out. Okay, now that I've gone ahead and located this element, so what do we want to do? We want to send text to this element. So I'll say password text box dot send keys, okay, and we want to enter the argument of characters that we want to send to this text box. So the password is actually going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, just like this. And actually, when you enter a password on this site, you actually won't be able to see the password. It's going to be all it's going to be hidden, like you just saw right now. Okay, so I'll go back here, and that's what we're expecting to do. So we located the password text box using the name locator, okay, and let's go ahead and run it. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and run this program. Okay, there you go. Browser opens, maximize. The username was sent to the username text box, and then the password was sent to the password text box. Okay, so this is locating an element using name.